If you don't control your paycheck in the first 15 seconds, it will control you for the next 30 years. The moment your paycheck hits your bank account, something dangerous happens. Your brain lights up, it starts calculating, it starts fantasizing, it starts spending money you haven't even seen yet. New phone, weekend trip, DoorDash, those shoes still sitting in your cart. I deserve it, you tell yourself. And just like that, your future gets delayed again. But here's the truth most people never realize. Those first 15 seconds after you get paid can determine whether you stay stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle or quietly build real wealth in the background. Today, I'm going to give you a simple, powerful paycheck routine. Nothing flashy, nothing complicated. But if you follow it every single time you get paid, you will automatically put yourself ahead of at least 90% of people financially. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Most people have absolutely no idea where their money goes. They know rent somehow gets paid, groceries magically appear, subscriptions renew like clockwork, but beyond that, total chaos. Money comes in, money goes out, and at the end of the month, they're staring at their bank app thinking, how am I broke again? It's not because they're stupid, it's because they never built a system. They treat their paycheck like a surprise gift instead of a wealth-building tool. They celebrate when it arrives, they relax, they spend freely. And 2 weeks later, they're stressed, checking their balance every few hours, hoping nothing else hits their account. Wealthy people don't rely on hope, they rely on structure, and it all starts with understanding one simple idea. Your paycheck is not spending money, it's future freedom in small pieces. Every dollar that hits your account is either building your future or quietly disappearing. There is no neutral. So here's step 1 of your paycheck routine, and it's boring, but it's powerful. You need to know exactly what percentage of your income goes to true necessities, not what feels necessary, not when you've convinced yourself is essential, true necessities. Housing, basic groceries, utilities, transportation to work, insurance, healthcare. That's it. Not 5 streaming platforms, not a luxury car payment, not daily lattes, not premium gym memberships you barely use. Here's the brutal truth. If more than 60% of your take-home pay is going to actual survival costs, something needs to change. Either your lifestyle is too expensive for your income, or you've blurred the line between wants and needs. Let me give you perspective. Imagine you bring home $4,750 per month. Your rent is $1,800. Your car is $400. Groceries are $500. That's $2,700. That's about 57%. That's manageable. But now add eating out 3 times a week, daily coffee runs, subscription overload, impulse Amazon purchases. Suddenly, you're telling yourself you're barely surviving. No, you're overspending on comfort, and until you clearly separate survival from lifestyle, you'll always feel behind. So the first thing you do when your paycheck hits, you already know your survival number. You've calculated it in advance. That gives you clarity. Clarity gives you control. Now step 2, before you think about investing, before you think about upgrading anything, before you treat yourself, you protect your credit. This means minimum payments on every debt, on time, every time. Here's something most people don't understand. A single missed payment can wreck years of progress. In school, 97% is an A+. In credit scoring, it can drop you into high-risk territory. Your credit score affects your mortgage rate, your car loan, sometimes even job opportunities or rental approvals. It's your financial reputation, and reputation takes years to build and minutes to destroy. So part of your paycheck routine is simple. Bills first, minimum payments, on time. No excuses. You're building a foundation. Now we move to the part most people skip until it's too late, your emergency fund. I know it's not exciting, it doesn't feel powerful, it doesn't make you look successful on Instagram, but it changes how you sleep at night. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of basic living expenses sitting in a boring savings account. Liquid, accessible, safe. Not invested, not locked up, not chasing high returns. If your necessities cost $2,700 a month, you need between $8,000 and $16,000 saved. Is that intimidating? Yes.
Is it life-changing? Absolutely. Because when your car breaks down, when you lose your job, when life throws something unexpected at you, you don't panic, you don't swipe a credit card, you don't spiral, you handle it. That confidence alone changes your posture in life. You negotiate differently, you walk into work differently, you make decisions from stability, not fear. But here's the mistake people make. They try to invest their emergency fund. They want it earning high returns, and then when the market drops or they can't access it quickly, they're stuck. Your emergency fund's job is not growth. Its job is protection. Protection first, growth second. Once your emergency fund is in place, something shifts. You're no longer surviving, you're building. And this is where wealth starts compounding. Step 4, invest for your future self. If your employer offers a retirement plan with matching contributions, this is non-negotiable. This is free money. If your company matches 3% and you make $60,000 a year, that's $1,800 they're willing to give you if you put in $1,800. That's a 100% return immediately. There is no other legal investment that guarantees that. And yet millions of people leave that money on the table because they need the cash now. Here's what they don't realize. Time is the most powerful asset you have. If you invest $300 per month starting at 25, earning around 8% annually, you could have roughly $1 million by retirement. Wait till 35? That number drops dramatically. 10 years sounds like no much, but in investing, it's the difference between comfortable freedom and working decades longer. And here's another truth. You don't need to outsmart Wall Street. You don't need to pick individual stocks. You don't need to time the market. A simple diversified index fund tracking the overall market is enough for most people. Consistency beats complexity. Now, once you're investing and capturing employer match, it's time to attack debt aggressively. You have two main methods: the avalanche method, highest interest rate first, mathematically optimal, or the snowball method, smallest balance first, psychologically powerful. Personal finance is more emotional than mathematical. If seeing small wins keeps you motivated, choose the snowball. Momentum matters. What doesn't work? Avoiding debt, ignoring statements, switching strategies halfway. Pick one, stick with it, eliminate it. Once high-interest debt is gone, you unlock even more power. Now you can increase retirement contributions, open additional retirement accounts, invest in brokerage accounts. And here's where long-term thinking separates builders from gamblers. Investments held over a year get lower capital gains tax rates. Constant buying and selling, higher taxes, higher stress. Wealth is built slowly, quietly, boringly. And that's the secret nobody wants to hear. Now we arrive at the final step, the step that makes everything actually work: automation. Because willpower is unreliable. You might feel disciplined on Monday, but on Thursday night, tired and stressed, your discipline disappears. Automation removes emotion from the equation. When your paycheck hits, you wait one day, then automatic transfers happen. Money moves to savings, money moves to investments, money moves to specific goals. You never see it sitting and checking long enough to spend it impulsively. Your future gets paid first. You live on what's left. That's how wealthy people operate. They don't save what's left after spending. They spend what's left after saving. But here's a critical warning. Automation is not set it and forget it forever. When you get a raise, increase contributions. When debt is paid off, redirect that payment to investing. When expenses drop, increase your savings rate. Your system must evolve as you evolve. Otherwise, you'll plateau. Now imagine this. You follow this paycheck routine for 5 years. You know your necessity percentage. You protect your credit. You build your emergency fund. You invest consistently. You eliminate debt. You automate everything. 5 years from now, your friends are still asking, "Where did my money go?" And you're watching your net worth grow quietly in the background. No flashy lifestyle, no viral moments, just steady, controlled progress. And here's the most powerful part. The freedom you build doesn't scream, it whispers. It's the quiet confidence of knowing you could survive 6 months without a paycheck. It's the power to say no to a toxic job. It's the ability to make decisions based on what you want, not what your bank balance allows. All of that starts in the first 15 seconds after you get paid. Not next year, not when you earn more, not when the economy improves. Right then. Your paycheck is not entertainment money. It's a tool, a brick, a building block. And every single month, you're either stacking those bricks or scattering them. So, here's your challenge. The next time your paycheck hits, don't open Amazon, don't scroll Zillow, don't plan a splurge. Pause. Run the system. Pay yourself. Protect your foundation. Fund your future. Automate it. Then live freely on what remains, without guilt, without stress, without fear. Because wealth is built not by luck, but by habits repeated every single payday. If this shifted the way you see your paycheck, don't just watch and move on. Commit to the system. And if you're serious about